Good morning and welcome to the Forex Daily Update brought to you by Pepperstone on Tuesday the 31st of October 2017, and I'm Darren Sinden. And don't forget you can follow me throughout the day on Twitter by using @ds_Pepperstone. Right, overnight changes and price moves to be aware of then. A relatively quiet session, not too many things to pick up, but I will just focus on a couple of trends that remain in place. Weakness again in the Aussie dollar, US dollar, and again in the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. We also saw a bit of a movement overnight in dollar ruble, not one that we've looked at for a while, but perhaps that's one to keep an eye on. And also I'll just flag that Bitcoin has stayed above $6,000 after its gains over the weekend. Right, let's move on to our chart of the day, and here I just want to draw your attention to the difference, or the divergence I should say perhaps, that monetary policy is creating among equity indices. We start here in blue with the Euro Stoxx 50 index. As we can see, that's strengthened over the last few days as the ECB decided to rejig its QE purchases, led to a weaker euro and a strengthening of the export-led Euro Stoxx 50, whilst the FTSE 100 here in green has been trending lower in anticipation of that Bank of England UK rate rise that's expected to come on Thursday, and therefore the potential for a stronger sterling and weaker FTSE 100 earnings. Right, what's on the calendar? Events that may move the markets today. Well, it is a pretty packed calendar again, so let's just blow this up so we can see what we're talking about. We've already had non-manufacturing and manufacturing PMI data out of China. That came out at 1 o'clock this morning. We have had Bank of Japan's meeting and monetary policies outlook and statement. We'll look at that in a moment. To come then, we have at 10 o'clock Eurozone gross domestic product. That's a Q3 read, preliminary numbers, but that's for year on year and quarter on quarter. Of course, there's also a small matter of unemployment for September and CPI for October as well out of the Eurozone. And then this afternoon we have a couple of interesting bits. First of all, 1345 in the States, we have the Chicago Purchasing Managers Index for October, another one of the regional Federal Reserve figures that's widely followed. And Bank of Canada Governor Pollard will be speaking at 19:30 tonight. So that's one to tune into if you're still in the market. And if you are a night owl, I should say, then from New Zealand, where there's quite a bit of attention at the moment, we will have employment change and participation data for Q3 out of the country. Right, let's move on to breaking news and comment that's caught my eye overnight. First of all, the Bank of Japan has left rates and QE unchanged and has predicted steady economic expansion in the country. As we noted, the New Zealand dollar remains under pressure once again as they appoint a new finance minister to the country. China's manufacturing and non-manufacturing PPI reads for October fell short of expectations, but things are going better elsewhere in Asia, and Korea's Samsung posts another round of record profits in Q2 with figures of $12.9 billion US dollars. FOMC members are gathering at the Fed in Washington for their November meeting. Obviously, the announcements about that meeting are due out tomorrow evening. Okay, food for thought, something to take away with you into the trading day. And why not think about this? As central banks continue down the path of normalisation and balance sheet reduction, nation states may need to reduce their debts as well. It's a very interesting graphic, and it shows how world debts are structured by country. While spending a bit of time looking at this, here's Japan and here's Greece, but anyway, take some time to look at that. Right, risk warning time. Please take a moment to read the risk warning. Trading CFDs and foreign exchange on margin can be a risky business, and if you're in any doubt about those risks or have any other questions, then please do contact your Pepperstone account representative.